Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Around the Slice Entertainment YouTube channel. So, yesterday, I was able to check out Marvel's newest. Sorry, let me backtrack. Yesterday, I was able to check out all 4 episodes of Marvel's newest animated show slash project slash series, whatever you want to call it, on Disney Plus, entitled Eyes of Wakanda. So, of course, I'm here today to give you my quick reaction, review, whatever you want to call it, of the entire thing and as a whole in its entirety. I say quick and emphasize quick because this is going to be a bit of a shorter review than usual because it's just a 4 episode animated fun series type thing, and it's just whatever anyway. Quick thing to get out of the way before we get started. I'm just going to kind of briefly go over what I liked about it and what I didn't like about it. This is kind of be an informal, laid back conversation, if you will. I'm not going to say nitpick and say these are the positives of this show and these are the negatives of this, blah, blah, blah. I'm not even going to give it a final score at that, which is very rare for me to do because I love to score things. Just my completionist brain is like that, especially in the MCU and comic book genre as a whole and superhero stuff and whatnot. But I don't have big enough of a sample size of four animated half-hour long episodes, 30 minutes each. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of go what I liked and what I didn't like. So, again, Eyes of Wakanda, if you didn't know, which it kind of just came and went, so maybe you don't, is a 4-episode animated series on Disney+. Plus. Technically, it's part of under the Marvel Animation umbrella, but it's still under Kevin Feige and all them. Ryan Coogler's name is attached, just because it's the world of Wakanda, the world of Black Panther as a whole, going back to that. So this series was just kind of Eyes of Wakanda was just It was never really clear from the trailers and everything where this was set, what timeline it was a part of. I mean, I've heard some rumblings and confirmation that it's technically canon to the MCU, but like it's kind of unclear where it's set, where are these characters coming from, what is it focusing on. There's rumors that it's apparently like T'Chaka's great grandfather, which is just a weird thing in my opinion, but nonetheless, this series just kind of came and went. And I no slight to it, but it just kind of feels random in the MCU. What I mean by that is it added some fun lore with each of the 4 30-minute episodes. It added some fun enough lore to the world of Wakanda. And as you know, I love world building. I love great storytelling and animation. Speaking of the animation, I'm not the biggest fan of this animation style. I didn't like it in What If, and this is really comparable to What If in terms of animation style. And there's 3 seasons of that, and I've always only watched season 1. I kind of have no interest to go back, but this animation style was kind of jarring to me. It's like almost anime, but almost not in a way. I don't know. It was really weird. Ryan Coogler, just the style he used for this animation style, and Kevin Feige and the team, I was just personally not a fan. But back to it, adds some fun lore, but overall, nothing that's going to like excite you. Like in 2 days, I've literally already forgotten about it, and I just watched it yesterday. I only remembered it because like for this review or synopsis or whatever you want to call it, it's not even a formal review. So what I did like about it was we go back to Wakanda. It's kind of cool to see these older characters. If it is T'Chaka's great grandfather, which is weird to say, but if it is that lineage, then it's kind of cool to see their origins, if you will, and travel around like Wakanda and these different countries. So I did like that aspect of it, a little more world building of Wakanda, a little more lore of Wakanda, if you will. But what I didn't like was the animation style. I just mentioned that a few minutes ago at the top. It was really jarring to me, and I just don't understand why they chose to go with this art style, animation style, whatever you want to call it. It just didn't work for me personally. If you liked it, great. Let me know down in the comments below. We can debate the merits of this show, but it doesn't really connect to anything. It only takes 2 hours, so it's shorter than most MCU movies, even with credits. So that's what I liked. What I didn't like is it doesn't really tie into anything, and that's expected from 4 episodes, 30 minutes each, adds up to about 2 hours. Animated show with weird animation style, in my personal humble opinion at least. So it's not going to really tie into anything, but they could have at least had some nods to like literally anything. So this is technically canon, but it feels like its own thing. I'm not even going to give this a final score. One word to sum it up though is random. It felt pretty random in the MCU. It felt kind of out of nowhere in the MCU, and it just was what it was. And just my biggest critique of it, it's kind of hard to follow. Like, it kind of jumps around from episode to episode. No story for one episode continues into the next episode. Each of the 4 episodes are in a different location. One episode we're in China. One episode we're in the world of Wakanda itself. One episode we're in some other place that I forgot. And then one episode we're in this. It's just confusing. It's kind of jarring. It bounces around way too quickly. And it really focuses on one character throughout the entire series at all. I will give it credit, though, for an animated show. There was a ton of action in the show. Very, very fast paced. I wanted it to slow down and explain some things a lot more. Like a lot more. Because it's so just jumpy and all over the place, in my opinion. But for an animated show, there's a surprisingly not even a lot of action, just a ton of amounts of action. A ton of action. So that makes no sense. Proper English. But yeah. Anyway, it just kind of came and went. It's fine. But at the end of the day, in the grand scheme of things, felt pretty random and out of nowhere and kind of jarring in the grand scheme of the MCU as a comic book entity as a whole. And I'm not even going to give it a score. I know my completionist brain fight back the urge, but it's not fair to give something. 1, it's animated. I didn't like the animation style to begin with. And 2, it's just 4 episodes. So you can get it done in one afternoon, one rainy afternoon or any afternoon, and boom, be done with it. So it's just kind of it is what it is. So that's my thoughts on Eyes of Wakanda. It's not bad just because it knows what it's going for. Don't expect much from it. It's fun. It's cool lore additions to add lore to Wakanda, I guess, but it's kind of all over the place and jumpy and never really slows down, explains anything really. So and the animation style was really jarring. And I was kind of taken aback by it, if I'm being honest, personally. So anyways, guys, upcoming content, as I always like to do at the end of each video. Next week is going to be a really fun week on this YouTube channel because early in the week, so next week again, early in the week, I'm going to be giving you guys my ranking 37-1. All 37 MCU movies ranked, from worst to best. That means yes, even though I've heard it is pretty bad, that means yes, I will have to finally watch The Incredible Hulk, 1 for my completion spray and 2 so I can give a fair take on it for you guys. So that's early in the week. And then number 2, a few days later in the week, we are going to, this is like a very anticipated video of mine I'm doing. I'm going to be ranking all future MCU projects in development right now that have been announced, even if they don't have a date, rank them by excitement. Everything for the remainder of 2025, 26, and 27. I don't think there's anything in 2028 yet. There are 15 or so projects in development if you include the rest, few that are left this year. So we're going to rank those by excitement from least excited to most excited, and we'll kind of go from there. So anyways, guys, look forward to that fun week next week. Very entertaining week here on the Around the Slice Entertainment YouTube channel next week. That's my thoughts on Eyes of Wakanda, and that's the upcoming content. And yeah, thank you for the support as always. Let me know down in the comments below. If you have watched Eyes of Wakanda, great. If you haven't, I don't blame you. It's not a waste of time. It's not like, oh my God, I got to watch this. It kind of just came and went, and they didn't really market it much to the last 2 or 3 weeks, give or take, leading up to it. So I'm not surprised if you didn't watch it yet, or at all, if you even want to. At least it's better than What If, but the animation styles are very similar, and I don't like either. So anyways, thank you for the support as always. I will see you next time. Please like and subscribe. Share this video and channel with everyone you know. I appreciate it. See you next week.